you all in this virtual room can call me Kat. You are welcome to call me Kat. Students on here, you know that's Miss Kat. You know that's Miss Kat. I am from New Orleans, born and raised. Currently in New Orleans, sheltering in place, working for Urban Bush Women in New York, and for Junebug Productions. I'm also the Associate Director of KM Dance Project. I'm a dancer with the company and an administrator. I got my yoga certification in May of 2017 with Balance Yoga and Wellness. It's a yoga studio here in New Orleans, right in mid-city, owned by a New Orleans local. Yeah, it's probably my favorite place to take class when I'm in the city. Hey, Courtney. Hey, everybody. And we're going to, today, we'll start in a comfortable seated position. We'll start breathing together. And my goal is to get us really to think about our heart chakra, how we can open our heart out. I'm just thinking about, you know, the times we're in right now. Everything is so magnified on social media. We keep seeing these images of things being replayed, and I know it's affecting me. And so I like to use yoga to kind of help ground myself in the mornings. And if I don't get to move every morning, I definitely meditate every single morning. Every single morning. So we'll kind of start the class with a very short breath exercise together, and we'll kind of end the same way. So if you want to just sit down and get comfortable, however you need to, if you want to stack pillows behind yourself, sit, stretch your legs out, whatever you want to do. And we'll start, and we'll inhale through the nose and exhale through the nose. And again, inhale through the nose. Hey, Akila. And exhale. Continue that. Maybe count 4 breaths in and 4 breaths out. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's your exhale. Keep on breathing together. Now this time when you inhale, I'd like you to place your hands right on your abdomen, your belly area, and really expand on the inhale. Think of filling your belly with air. Inhale and exhale. And again, inhale and exhale. One more time, inhale and exhale. Sorry, people on IG Live. I'm having a mess over here, guys. Take your hands to your ribs now. And think of that same expansion, but this time on your rib cage. So take a deep inhale, fill your lungs with air. And exhale. And again, inhale and exhale. Hey, Demia. And again, inhale and exhale. And inhale and exhale. You can take your hands on your chest or hug yourself on your, take your hands on your shoulders, whatever is comfortable for you. And really fill your chest with air. Feel your shoulders and your chest rise on the inhale. And exhale. Again, inhale. And exhale. 2 more breaths like that together. Inhale. And exhale. Last one. Inhale. and exhale. And if your hand is up on your heart or wrapped around yourself, let's keep it there and let's close our eyes. And I want you to imagine your heart. It's your life force. It's beating. It's pulsating. It's spreading our blood throughout the body. It's powering the lungs and firing our respiratory system. The heart chakra is the fourth chakra. It's kind of like the fulcrum. It's the balance in between. If this is out of whack, everything else is out of whack, above and below. So centering back in on ourselves, back in on our heart is something we want to think about. We want to be able to love and give love freely, but you also want to be able to accept love. You want to be able to give love that is also safe for yourself and not overexerting or takes you out and you're denied rest or things that you need for yourself. One more deep inhale together. And when we exhale, let's let out this sound. So I'm gonna just tell y'all that sound. One of my friends, she's a practitioner in, I won't say practitioner. She is a recipient of practitioners of Chinese medicine. And that sound is the sound of the heart. It's the sound of the organ. So let's just do that 2 more times if you're comfortable. If not, it's fine. You don't have to make the sound. But let's inhale. And one more breath like that. Inhale. Great. Stay right where you are seated. And if you're ready to open your eyes, so let's just take your hands down by your sides. Take an inhale. Take the arms up. Take your hands together. And then take your hands right down the center of your body. And again, inhale, arms up. And down the center of your body. Nice, everyone. Do that 2 more times. Big inhale through the nose. And exhale through the nose. Good. Last one. Inhale. And exhale. Take the arms out. Let's bend the right elbow. Flip the left palm up. Take that arm down, the forearm down, and stretch up and over to that right side or left side, whatever side is best for you. Make sure the opposite side of your bun is glued to the floor or your mat. Take some breaths here. Inhale and exhale. Think of opening your heart to the front of the room. Inhale. Exhale, stretch a little further and come all the way up and over to the other side. Inhale and exhale. And again, inhale and exhale. Lengthen and come all the way up. Inhale. From here, let's twist all the way over to your right side. Take your right hand down. Take your left hand over your right knee. Lift and twist, looking past your right shoulder. Inhale. And exhale. And again, inhale. Exhale, twist a little further. Inhale. And as you exhale, unwind that helicopter to the other side. And look past your left shoulder this time. Inhale. And exhale. You got it. Inhale. And exhale. Let's come to the center. So from here, just walk forward and unfurl your feet and have your knees about a hip width apart and your hands about shoulder width apart. We're in a tabletop position. So you want those knees about a hip width apart, and your hips aren't as wide as you think they are. They're just right underneath you. And from here, inhale, think of rolling your shoulders back and shining your heart forward as you inhale. And go ahead, stick your tush out. And as you exhale, change your bottom, change your tailbone to point down and your head also on the exhale. So inhale, chest is forward. Reach the elbows to the back wall. And on the exhale, think of yourself like a Halloween cat and really bring your spine to the ceiling. Like someone's pulling you at your ribs, lifting you up. Let's do that a couple more times. Inhale and exhale. And you can keep those hands right on the mat in front of you and inhale and exhale. Stay here in this rounded spine and go ahead and hold your toes underneath and push the floor away, straighten your legs for a down dog. Inhale here, and as you exhale, bend your knees and look forward. And even if you can take 2 big steps to the front, look up, roll your shoulders back, inhale, exhale, fold over, and inhale, arms go all the way up, and you can press them down the center of your body. Okay, nice. So we're gonna get started, you all, in our standing poses. The type of yoga that I really like to practice is Ashtanga, and I'm only at the primary series. So we're gonna kind of have a class kind of based on that foundation, and we're gonna start with Sun Salutation A. So your feet can be together or apart, whatever's comfortable for you. But just make sure whenever we bend our knees, you're tracking those knees over your toe. They're not knocking in. If your legs are together, everything can stay glued together. So start with your feet together or apart, hands at your sides, standing up nice and tall. Take a big inhale here and exhale. On the next inhale, arms come up and over your head, look up at your hands. On the exhale, open your arms and dive forward. Relax the back of your neck while you're down here. Let's take another breath here. Inhale and exhale. On the inhale, look up and lengthen your lower back. Good. And exhale, take it down. Take your hands down. Walk it all the way back to your plank, to your push-up position. Now the next step is up to you. You can take your knees lower and lower your body if you like, or if you're more practiced with this, you can bend your elbows halfway and push yourself forward. Wherever you go will be in an up dog or a cobra position together. So you can either have your hands just a little in front of you or be all the way up. From here, let's soften the body, fold the toes underneath, and stretch the down dog. We'll be in the down dog position, this little triangle with the body, for 5 breaths. So really push the floor away. If you need to walk your hands back, you can. And look between your thighs. Take a deep inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. That's 2. 3, 4, and 5. Stay here, bend your knees and look to the front. Either take those 2 big steps, or if you're feeling froggy, take a jump to the front of your mat. Once you get there, inhale and look up. Exhale, fold. Inhale all the way back up. And hands down the center of your body. Okay, I want to talk a little bit about some of these things before we do it again. So we're talking about shining our heart forward. Whenever we're in this position, We want to make sure we're really pressing our shoulders back and lifting our heart as much as we can. Whenever you're in this up dog, watch out for your feet. You don't want to be like this. Make sure your feet are super parallel with each other. And if at any time you need a modification, please, please, by all means, listen to your body and do what you need to do. We're going to do this again. Ready? We'll go a little bit faster. So inhale, arms up. And exhale, fold. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, jump or step back and lower the body. Inhale, scoop it up. Exhale, take it back. Down dog, 5 breaths. Your body should be like a triangle. 1, 2, make sure to look in between your thighs. 3, 4, really stretch behind those knees, reach those heels to the floor. And 5, look forward, bend your knees, either jump or hop to the front, step, whatever is comfortable for you. Inhale as you look forward. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms all the way up and down the center of the body. Standing straight up. Try that one more time. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, open the arms and fold. Inhale, look up and lengthen. Roll your shoulders back. Exhale, take everything back and lower. Scoop it forward. Inhale. Exhale, use your abdominal muscles to take you back. Think of the position we were in, that cat-cow position. Use those muscles to take you to your down dog. 1, 2. Your body's like a triangle. Your bum is in the air, your back is long, your legs are long. 3, 4, and 5. Bend the knees and take it forward, whichever way is comfortable for you. Once you get there, inhale, heart forward. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms all the way up. And exhale, press the arms down. Nice. We're gonna do Sun Salutation B. This one starts in Utkatasana, which is like a chair, the chair pose. You'll sit deep like you're sitting in a chair, and then take your arms up. That's how we'll start. It's very similar, but every time we would come up to stand up straight, instead of standing straight, we'll come to this bent knee pose. Yeah? Let's start it off. So inhale, sit deep in your chair. Exhale, fold over your legs. Inhale, look up and lengthen. Exhale, take it back and lower. Inhale, scoop it up. Exhale, take it back. The right leg, we're going to step the right leg forward and lunge. And find your balance in that lunge the best way you can. If you want to stay down, that's fine, here, or arms up. And then we'll repeat all of that on the other side. Take it down, lower, scoop it up. Inhale. Take it back, exhale. Left leg this time. Step the left leg forward. You can stay low, here, or high. Take a big inhale. And exhale, take it back. And lower. Scoop it up, inhale. Exhale, take it back. Stay here for 5 breaths. 2, 3. Keep breathing. Really push that floor away, Jeff. Push that floor away. Take your tailbone up. And 5. Bend your knees, look forward. Go ahead on and jump or step to the front of your mat. Inhale. Look forward, Jeremy. Roll those shoulders back. There you go. Exhale, fold. And inhale, sit deep in your chair, arms high. And then this time, let's just press everything out with the hands. Good, we'll do that 2 more times together, just to get warmed up. Take a deep inhale, sit deep in your chair. Exhale, fold. Inhale, look forward. And exhale, take it back. Lower yourself, scoop it up on an inhale. Up dog, opening your chest, press those shoulders down, good. Take it back to your down dog. Step the right leg forward. Find your balance in your lunge here. Big inhale. Long exhale, take it all the way down and all the way back. Lower the body. Step that right leg back. Inhale, scoop everything up, shine your heart forward. Exhale, take it back to the down dog. Step that left leg forward, big inhale. Find your balance. Long exhale, take everything back. Lower. Inhale, scoop your heart forward. And exhale, take it back to your down dog. One. Keep breathing. The real drishti or focal point is your belly button, but look between your thighs to kind of give your back a different shape. 2. Inhale. Exhale. 3. 4. And 5. Look forward, step or hop to the front. Once you get there, inhale, look forward. Exhale, fold. Sit deep in your chair. Inhale, arms up. And press the arms out as you stand up tall. Okay, y'all, this is the last one. We're gonna go a little faster. Ready? Here we go. Inhale, sit deep in your chair, arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, look forward. And exhale, take it back and lower. Inhale, scoop it up. Take it back to your down dog. Step the right leg forward, lunge, inhale. Long exhale, take it all the way back and down. Lower, inhale, scoop it up. Exhale, take it back to your down dog. Step the left leg forward. Big inhale, find your balance. Take it back, exhale. And lower. Inhale, scoop it up. Exhale, take it back. Down dog. 1. Inhale. And exhale. 2. 3. 4. And 5. Bend your knees, look forward. Big hop or step to the front. Once you get there, inhale, look up and lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sit deep in your chair. And exhale, press everything away. Okay, great. So from here, take a big step out to your right. Have your right foot, toes facing out, and your left foot is a little more parallel to the edge of your mat. Take your hands out. Now, I forgot to mention this at the beginning, but if you have any props like blocks, this is a good time to use them. But if you don't, go ahead on, do it, right? So, you go and you can take your hip back to the left, and if you have your block, you can have it on the floor, and your palms are facing up. If you don't have a block, you can reach for the floor. In Ashtanga, we take the peace fingers, and we grab the big toe when we're in this place. So if you want to do that, you feeling full out today, you can do that. But if not, hand to the floor or whatever's comfortable in your practice. And rotate that rib cage so your chest is facing more of the front of the room. And don't let that arm go behind you, Tiffany. Take it a little forward, yeah. And rotate the palm to face where your chest is facing. Yes. Now I'm not counting, but let's take a big inhale and then exhale and come on out of this. And all I want you to do is switch the position of your feet. Make the left foot face out, make the right foot face in. Take your hips back and stretch to the other side. 1. If you're feeling real advanced, look at that hand. Daniel, don't let that hand go behind your back. Bring it up a little bit, yes. 2. Emily, you can have your palm facing the ceiling. It doesn't have to go on an angle. Just face it straight up. 4, 5. Big inhale, exhale, everybody come right on up. And let's step back to the front of your mat. We're gonna step out one more time. Again, right foot is out, left foot is more parallel. You can step a little wider this time and bend your right knee. Again, this is a good time to have your block. You can, the full expression is hand behind and arm goes out on an angle. So in the full expression, if you can see here, my hand goes behind my leg. But if you want to keep the forearm on your thigh and stretch up, it's just as good of a stretch. And we're bending that right knee in a really nice deep lunge. 1, 2, and you can look up at that hand above you. 3, 4, 5. Big inhale and exhale, come on up. Inhale, switch the feet. Exhale, bend the left knee this time. Jeremy, yeah, you can step wide. And go for it on the other side, whichever you choose. Who's this right here? Oh, Amaya, think of 5th position with the arm that's high. Think of an O. Yeah, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Everybody come up. And let's step to the front of the mat. We're gonna do another sun salutation, and we're gonna get into our warrior 2 pose, because we haven't done that yet. Warrior 2 is the pose that looks like this, right? So let's go into our sun salutation again. You know it now. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, look up. Exhale, take it back. And lower. Inhale, scoop up. And exhale, take it back. Step the right leg forward. Come up and find your balance. And you're going to turn that back foot parallel with your mat. Take your arms out. And look past your right fingertips and really bend deep into that knee. Take a big inhale. And open that knee up so it's tracking your second toe. Don't let that knee collapse in, yeah? Use the thighs, the head of your femur to rotate. So stay here. Let that back arm slide down your leg and flip the front arm up so you can stretch back and shine your heart to the ceiling. So folks just joining us, we were talking about the heart chakra at the top of class and how we can really work on that with breathing and shining forward. Take another inhale here. And on the exhale, go ahead and cartwheel everything down. Step back, lower, scoop it up, take it back again. This time you're gonna step the left leg forward. Come up and find your balance. Rotate the right foot to be 90 degrees to the mat and your hips are facing forward. Arms out. And look past your left fingertips. Really bend deep into that front knee. Opening that knee up, track that second toe, big inhale. And on the exhale, slide that back arm down your leg, flip the front palm and stretch. You can look at the hands if you'd like to, the hand at the top. 1, 2, don't forget to bend that front knee. Demia, open that knee up. 3, there you go. 4, and 5. From here, everybody, one more time, cartwheel everything over. Step back and lower, scoop up. Take your tailbone back. And find a seat on the floor with your legs stretched in front of you. So we'll just sit here, flexing the feet, hands at your sides. Make sure your fingertips are facing forward. And find length in your spine. Find length in the back of your neck. And just breathe. You can take your gaze towards your big toes. And let the length come all the way up the back of your head, through the crown of your head. Take a big inhale. And exhale. So here's when those peace fingers can come in handy. If you want to, if you're down with your toes, I'm down with my toes, you can grab the big toes. If you're not down with your feet, just hold on to your shins or something. And if the knees bend, that's okay. And just stretch forward. Relaxing the back of your neck. Inhale. And exhale. No matter how far down you are, let your shoulders go down your spine. Not in your ears. Let those shoulders relax. 2. Inhale. And exhale. 3. 4. 5. Great. Gently roll your spine up. Take your hands behind you, about maybe 6 inches, fingertips facing forward. Bend your knees. Inhale, and on the exhale, lift your hips as best as you can. 1, 2. If you want to relax your neck and feel supported that way, you can to lift your hips higher. 3, 4, and 5. Come down. Good. From here, fold your right leg in with the knee facing out to the side and the sole of the foot attached to your thigh. This is also another good time to have a block if you need it for your knee. This can be a lot on your knee. Flex the front foot and reach for your foot, your knee, your shin, your ankle. Inhale. And as you exhale, stretch a little bit further and relax the back of your neck as you stretch here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Gently come up, switch the legs. Inhale, and exhale, fold over. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Stretch both legs out. Bend your right knee and take your right foot on the floor. Take your right hand down behind you. Take your left hand and hug that right leg in. If you're able to twist a little further, go for it. And we'll be here for 5 breaths. Inhale, 1. Exhale. 2. 3. 4. And 5. Inhale and switch legs. Exhale, set yourself up for the other side. Big inhale and exhale. 2. 3. 4. And 5. Unwind and come to the center. Bend both knees. Take your hands behind you again and see if you can find your balance. And we'll go ahead and lift those feet up and see if we can find our balance here. One arm at a time, or you can keep it back here, but we'll stay here for 5 breaths. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I tricked you a little bit because we're gonna do this again. We're gonna cross our legs and lift our butt up and go right back into it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Again, go forward. See if you can lift your feet and your butt up, or maybe just your butt, or not, whatever. And then take it right back. Find your balance. 1, 2. Come on, Shanice. 3, 4. Last one. Lift up and find your balance. 1. Good. Nice pointed feet. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Place your feet on the floor. You can hold on to the backs of your thighs and gently roll down so that you can lay down on your mat. Take your right knee into your chest and take the left foot on the floor, or you can stretch that leg long, up to you. Inhale and exhale. Stretch that leg up straight. If you're able to pull it closer, inhale and exhale, go for it. 1, 2. There you go, Mitch. 3, 4, and 5. Take that leg long down to the mat. Bend the left knee or keep it straight, up to you. Take the second leg in your chest. Or did you just do your right leg? Yes, so your right leg's on the mat. Take your left leg in your chest. Inhale. Exhale. Go ahead on, inhale. And exhale, stretch that leg up. And we'll keep it here for 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Take that left leg and go ahead on and cross it over the right, like you're sitting in a chair, your thighs are really close together. And from here, take your arms out at your sides. Take the knees all the way over to the right side. So you're laying on your back, twisting out your spine. Look over your left shoulder. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Come to the center. Readjust your hips if you need to. Switch the legs out and go to the other side. Look past your right shoulder. Inhale and exhale. And inhale and exhale. Take everything center. Take your feet flat on the floor, about a hip's width apart. Take your hands down by your sides. Inhale, and as you exhale, scoop your hips underneath and lift them high off of the ground in a bridge pose. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Lower. We'll do that one more time, and we'll think about articulating our spine. Inhale, and as you exhale, scoop the tailbone underneath first. Lift that part of your spine, that lumbar spine, then going into your thoracic spine, and lastly, cervical spine. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Gently lower, starting at the top of your spine, going down your rib cage until your hips touch the floor. Close your eyes. Inhale and exhale. One more inhale. And exhale, bring your knees to your chest. Take your body over to the right side. Take your right arm under your head like a pillow. And use your left arm to help you press yourself up to a seated position. So you can find a comfortable position and face me. So this class is a part of Dancing Ground's virtual Dance for Social Change. And I actually had the pleasure of performing in the very first Dance for Social Change, right outside on Aretha Castle Haley. It was hot, y'all. We were dancing on the concrete. And after that, Dance for Social Change has been led by the youth voice, by Dancing Ground's young people. And I've been very fortunate to work with every group except this year. It's been amazing. It's an amazing program. And Shanice is gonna start a little conversation, if you will please stay. And then at the end, we'll meditate for like 3 minutes together, not very long at all. We'll do a little sit. And Randall will give us some information about the program as well. So take it away, Shanice.
Hi. Thank you for that great class. I'm feeling very relaxed. I needed it. And taking in a lot of information with the chaos that's already happening in the world. And so thank you for reminding us to be grounded and reminding us to connect our bodies. I wanted to start the conversation literally about how you've been impacted by the New Orleans dance culture. How has it impacted your dance career?
I mean, I think my dance career is New Orleans. I feel like I grew up a little girl going to dancing school. I went to Deidre's when I was little, and then I went to Kelly School of Dance until high school. Yeah, my foundation is New Orleans, going to parties with friends. Where I live, the Mardi Gras Indians, they used to come right up Senate, going towards going towards St. Bernard. We used to see them just from our porch, you know. So I mean, it's in everything I do. If you've been in a dance of mine, you got a little dip in it. You're gonna have a little dip in it. So yeah, and just the fact KM Dance Project, you know, as an adult moving back home after college, Keisha McKee was kind of one of the first people that I danced with, and I still dance with, and I'm gonna keep dancing until they say, "Kat, you too old to be doing this," you know. I love it. I love being home. I moved away to New York in January, and I come home all the time to dance. I come home to dance, so that's just how deep it is for me, you know.
Yeah, I agree with that. And also I want to add that if you want to come off of mute and share, if you want to add anything, you can also chat as an option for you to.
You know how to text it to him? It ends at 8.
But I'm gonna also add to what you just said, Kat, because I think that when a lot of people look at dance culture from New Orleans, like they're inspired and they always talk about how our culture is so rich. But I really think that it's that root, courtesy of Michelle Gibson, right? That's her word, right? They really enjoy the spirit that we have, right? It's the energy that is already embedded and deeply rooted into our it's like our birthright, right? So it's already like rooted already in us, and get a whole bunch of people together, right? You could give me all the training in the world, but turn on some music, give me that drum, give me that second line, right? And I'm cutting up. Right? So I really want to move us to what dance genres have impacted and influenced the dance field as a whole. You're on mute.
Hello. Dance genres. Oh my gosh, so many. So the studio I grew up in, Kelly School of Dance, it's a heavy tap studio. Like, you know, the kids there, they dance, they do whatever, but they gonna know how to tap when they leave. You know what I mean? So I feel like tap dance is really like, it's such a hodgepodge. It's an American form, you know, and it's so rich and full. It's a melting pot form, and I feel like you can find that everywhere. Yeah.
New Orleans style dance. So yeah, tap. I don't think
you know, the children out there, I think Jasmine talked about this in her class last night. You know, the babies out there with the bottle caps on their shoes. You know, I mean, that's tapping, but it's also a very New Orleans thing to do. The dip, the second line, the way that we use our pelvis in space, and the way that we move around, and dance is social. Like it's like you could be dancing all over somebody, and that doesn't mean that you want to take them home tonight. Like, you just having a good time, you know? So I feel like it's bright and it's so uplifting, and you smile while you're doing it. Like, how many people have second line dances that are not from New Orleans? Like, so many dance groups have some form of that, you know, so many. And so I think that it looks like joy. Why would I not want to do it? Mm-hmm. It's just so much joy. So that's what I think.
Thank you, Kat. And then I just think I have to bring up Crystal right quick, because part of like what NOLA Rooted is about is thinking about, Crystal and I kind of formed NOLA Rooted, who's, you know, kind of a major thought process in our thinking of like being from New Orleans and then also being artists. And we want to make sure that our city, our talent is credited and also acknowledged, because we're working hard and we all over the place, right? We're not just in New Orleans, but we spreading the love, we spreading the gumbo, we spreading everything all over the place, giving you.
Worldwide.
And so,
Everywhere.
yeah, and we representing hard. So I think NOLA Rooted, that's why it was so important for it to be like, okay, everybody's coming home during the holidays. Let's bring this kind of together where we get teachers who have been traveling, who have been, you know, spread out, but they're home. How can we get them to a place where let's get in this real, like, let's magnify the place. Let's bring that energy in one cohesive place. I think that was the importance of why NOLA Rooted started. And so I'm so grateful that it's a part of Dance for Social Change and this gentrification topic, bringing it all home, bringing it full circle. And then the last question, Kat, is how others can be responsibly engaged with New Orleans' unique dance culture.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like if you go anywhere, but yes, especially New Orleans, like there are so many people here who know, because the tradition has been passed down to them. Like there's Mardi Gras Indian groups, masking groups, there's buck jumpers, there's social aid and pleasure clubs, there's so many people who are in the phone book, like if we have a phone book still, that you genuinely can look up. Like not even just, yeah, somebody auntie might know it and might help people sew every year, but there's also legit groups and organizations that exist. And why not reach out? And if they don't know, I'm more than sure they'll point you in the right direction. Tiffany Eugene is on right now with this People Institute logo. Call them up. They'll tell you who to go visit. You know, so I feel like you just have to put the work in if you really want to engage. If you really want to be in community, the way you enter, that's one thing we talk about. With my job at Urban Bush Women, we talk a lot about entering, exiting, and building community. And the way you enter someone else's community has got to be thoughtful. It has got to be sincere. It has got to come from a real authentic place of learning and exchange. Not just, I'm coming here to make this wonderful thing based off of you. No, I want to work with you. And how can what I have lift you up? Because I know what you have is going to lift me up. So what can I do? You know, how can I repay you? You know, and I think people don't think about the exchange. They just think that, what do they say? An expert is just someone who lives like more than 50 miles away. So people just think that they, you know, yeah. So I just think it's just a real dialogue, a real exchange of working together.
Yes. Are there any questions? Thank you, Kat, for that. All right, any questions you want to ask? Please type in the chat. Please come off of mute.
I do. Hi, how y'all doing?
Yeah.
Hi, Kat. Thank you, Kat. It's a wonderful class. Yes. How your yoga practice? Are there ways that you feel like, what are ways that connected you where you know, because I'm from New Orleans, because I connected and had this type of connection in some type of way, this prepared me for my yoga practice? Like, is there anything that prepared you for your yoga practice? That's specific to who you are?
That's interesting. That's a great question, Crystal. Yeah, I feel like, so our class tonight was RUT. It's a very, you know, we're compressed. It's a short class. It kind of was a tip of an iceberg of a class that I would normally teach. But I guess, I think being comfortable in community, because yoga classes are crowded. But you know, that doesn't really bother me. I think that closeness, togetherness, other people sharing space. I think, you know, New Orleans, we're Southern. We have some manners, old-fashioned manners, and being able to listen to someone else and take it in, you know. I don't know. I haven't really thought about that before, because one of the ladies who owns a studio that I go to, she's from New Orleans, but a majority of the folks there aren't. So it's interesting, the approach.
I mean, you know when somebody's from New Orleans if you're from New Orleans, right? Like you could tell. And like, I don't know, it's something about that energy in the room. But I'm not answering your question, Crystal, because I think I need to think about it. I think I need to think about that. Because like, how do you show up in any space? Like, how do we all show up as our full selves? And how do we prepare to be comfortable as yourself no matter where you show up? You know what I'm saying? So that's something to think about. I'm stumped.
Nice. I'm glad that it was just a question for myself, but I will say you do, as we were going through class, as an instructor, you do still come through as your full self, in things that you say, or your accent. There was something you said, and I was like, oh yeah, that's it. So for me, it came across, but I don't really know how, so I was just curious.
Oh, cool.
You thought about that?
I hadn't, but I am now. Oh, look, Randall. So Randall, y'all, he's gonna tell us a little bit about Dance for Social Change and give y'all some more information before we breathe together. Thank you so much, Shanice.
I wasn't going to, she was going to, but I had a question for you, Kat.
Oh, Psycholite. Go ahead, Randall. I'm sorry.
As people can see, we got a lot of our young dancers in here, and I know a lot of these young dancers have professional aspirations. We also look at the room, we see a lot of people from here that had professional aspirations that went and chased those dreams. So I just wanted to see if you could speak on the importance of chasing those dreams, but also bringing it back home, Sankofa, you know.
Child, look, so let me tell you, Randall. So I do not condone young people to get tattoos, but I have this tattoo I got with some friends who are on here right now, and it's to return, which is the heart of Sankofa, right? So what I think about that is like, yes, I moved to New York, but like, I want to come home. I am coming home, but I know that there are things that I want to learn, things that I want to master, things that I haven't experienced that I feel will totally impact how I move, teach, work with young people, work with my peers when I return. You know, I don't know if it was Dave Chappelle or Michael Che. It was one of these, you know, Black comedians who said something like, all these young liberals moved to New York. We don't need more liberals in New York. We need you to go back home. We need you to talk to your parents, talk to your families, talk to your neighbors, and vote down there. And vote in those places, and work in those places, and work with your communities, right? And so that's kind of how I feel. Like, I've been in New York. PSAP is like my favorite organization, and I moved to New York, and I can't find my place there. I can't find my place, because my place, I feel, to really do work and move and shift will be when I return home. That's what I truly believe. It's gonna be with my family. It's gonna be with the young people I talk to. It's gonna be with people here. It's gonna be, this gentrification stuff is crazy and it's scary, y'all. I'm third generation living in the house I'm in, and I'm watching everybody around me sell, move out, can't afford property tax. Like, it's crazy. So that kind of stuff is what I'm rooting for, what I'm rooted in. And that Sankofa, I mean, I got it in ink on my body, you know? So that's all I have to say, sorry.
Courtney had a question.
Oh, go ahead, Courtney.
Hey, Kat.
Hey, Courtney.
So Jasmine spoke on this yesterday in her class. And so I wanted to ask you, what is your process of getting yourself grounded and bringing your New Orleans spirit to the New York dance community? Because at least for me, you know, what my experience is it's just super different. It can be very competitive. And so I just really love what Jasmine said about every time she steps into an audition room and she maybe doesn't see anybody that looks like her, feels like home out of 1,000 faces. What do you do, or what is your process of bringing home with you into that space?
Oh, yes. I don't know if y'all know Courtney Ross, y'all. This baby here, this thing here, y'all, she's a very talented dancer. Okay, I just had to say that, Courtney. But I think what I do, Courtney, is I just hold on to things I was taught. Like I say hello to everyone, even if they don't speak back. I say hello. I say good morning. I don't know, like I take up space, but I don't take space away from anyone else.
Mm-hmm.
For me, you know, meditation in the morning, prayer is crucial.
Mm-hmm.
Is crucial to, as a reminder to tap back in, and I'm not the only one here. I'm not the only one that exists. I'm not the only one who wants this job. Yeah, and when I think of it, it's like, how lucky are we to be able to do this, you know, and how fortunate. Mm-hmm. And I think sometimes people miss that, and that's when the cuts come in and those things can come in. But just the gratitude, to be full of gratitude, like how lucky are we, you know, and to just, and I don't know if that's necessarily a New Orleans rooted thing, but it is something that, like when I'm angry and complaining and going off, AWF, going off about something, I just have to be reminded of my things I got, you know, and to be grateful. Girl, to be from New Orleans, like how lucky are we? How rich is our culture? How deep is this stuff, you know? And I feel like there's so much more I could be doing mm-hmm. that I'm not doing. But that's all I can think of at the moment.
That's beautiful. That's a beautiful process. Thank you for sharing.
Thank you for asking that.
Congratulations on, you know, everything that you're doing, but we'll talk.
All right.
Yes, awesome. So Randall has passed the torch to me.
Okay.
But are there any more questions before we move forward? I'll give you like 30 seconds. I'm the queen of sitting in silence.
I don't think so, Shanice.
Okay, great. Yeah, so I just I'm excited. This week we have the youth. They're on the call. I see Amelia, Amaya, I think Akila.
She was here. I think she.
And then also Daniel. Yeah, so we have the youth on the, oh, and Amira. I'm sorry, baby. But yeah, they're present on the call, but they've been working so hard. So please take advantage of all of what's happening this week. We have 2 more days left. So tomorrow we have one last class, dance hall and second line, with Lala and her mom as a special guest. It's going to be so amazing. Please don't miss it. Her mom is my 3rd grade African teacher. Like, she was my first, listen, she going to have the class rolling. So please don't tune in, 7 o'clock. And then Friday at 5:15, we are having the premiere, the DSC, Dance for Social Change premiere at 5:15. And I believe you have to register on dancinggrounds.org for all of these events, because we want to see your faces. We want